Welcome to this week's Tidbits. I'm Sarah Hessen, your kindergarten ELA curriculum specialist. Just a reminder, this is the front cover for the kindergarten ELA tidbit. If you look in that bottom left corner in the light blue text, there's a bit.ly that will take you directly to this tidbit book. That way you can reference previous tidbits and click on any important links that I may share during this time. Once you get to the tidbit book, you will see a quick access page. That is where I link in the week's tidbit. So if you just click on that link, it will take you to the correct page. Or if you prefer to flip through those pages, that works perfectly fine as well. So for the week of October 7th through October 11th, taking a look at modules, you will be in Module 1, starting Unit 3, Lessons 1 through 3. For Skills Block, in Module 1, Cycle 2, Lessons 13 through 15. Taking a look at modules first, specifically with Lesson 1, you will begin with a close read aloud session 1 of the text Have Fun, Molly Lou Melon. As you're doing that read aloud, students are going to talk about the connection between text and illustrations, making sure that students are understanding this concept, and you could consider having students be able to explain or tell a partner what is happening in the illustrations and then go and read the words on the text. Something to consider, maybe not in the first session, but as you're moving throughout those different lessons to see if students are really understanding that illustrations are important just as the text and the words on the page. Moving into Lesson 2, you will be reading a nonfiction text kind of in the second work time section called Playing with Friends. During this read, students are going to be talking about that concept of life long ago and toys long ago. In Lesson 3, students are going to be focusing in on what Grandma teaches Molly Lou. Students are going to use that module workbook. They will draw and label a picture of what Molly Lou makes with the box. Consider adding in some different actions or acting out what Molly Lou made. In Skills Block, we'll be starting with Lesson 13 in Cycle 2. This is introducing the mystery word. This is how EL Education is teaching those high-frequency words. The mystery word for this week and for this lesson is the word I. So maybe giving students some opportunity to turn and talk to one another using a sentence with the word I, and also make sure that they are able to see the text in front of them as you are describing the mystery word for them to be able to look for. Moving into Lesson 14, you will be introducing Fill the Beats. This is supporting students with their spoken language, so please make sure to not skip over the phonemic play at the beginning of the lessons. As students are reviewing their letters and sounds that they've learned so far, make sure they're not adding any extra sounds, for example, an at the end of the word or at the beginning of the word. Make sure we're clearing up these misconceptions now, so students can have those mastered before they start blending. For this instructional routine with filling the beats, consider using drumsticks or pencils so students can actually tap out the sounds in the word or the poem. Lastly, Cycle 2, Lesson 15 is introducing rhyme time. This will be really important that the words or poems that students are looking at to decide if they rhyme or not, to have those words up in front of them, whether it's on the screen or under a dot cam. Make sure students are understanding it's not because they have the same letters at the end, but that they sound the same to decide if words rhyme or not. Just a reminder on our pacing, October 7th and October 11th are flex days for both Skills Block and modules. Really make sure during this time, especially in Skills Block, students are getting an opportunity to spend some time in those station rotations so they can begin working in their microphase level and also start working on this independently. This is just that reminder of where to find some of those station rotations. Once you're in All Things Literacy, click on that K5 Foundational Skills Block tab, and you'll be able to locate all the different station rotations. And lastly, please send me some pictures, some videos of what's happening in your classroom during Skills Block or module. I would love to start using those in our next upcoming tidbits or in our lesson deep dives. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next week for our new week's tidbits. Take care.